want to kind of push it up away from his eyes. See? No. Oh, anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not humid. And you want to clean around his eyes. Not on his eyes, but especially on the top. And you want to unwrap and put some oil on. No, just I'll put them in the keep them warm so I can stop. I can go right through here through the house. Get up and stop.
Well, they've just been picking up birds, I guess. And everybody and their uncle has been taking them over to the Audubon Society, and now they got a surplus of birds here.
Yeah, they were announcing on the radio today that was the main foraging place.
Well, the boss just left there, and he said to go over and take all the surplus from them. They had too many.
You have to carry birds back here?
I've got cardboard boxes to put them in.
Is there room to put them in this truck?
Oh, yeah.
What do you usually do when you're out
Animal control.
handling disasters?
Yeah.
What does that mean, animal control?
Dogs, cats, stray livestock, such as that. Nobody seems to be worried about the effect on the bay and the wildlife. Well, it'll take a little time before they realize what's going on, I think.
Do you think it has to affect them personally before they realize, or is there any way for them to be educated?
Control 5, 22G2, 10-7, National Park Company.
We try, we hope to educate people. That's part of our job. But it's like everything else. Educating the public is rather difficult sometimes. Over on the coast is getting it worse even than here. All the oil that everybody thought was so good because it went out through the gate.
Out to the ocean?
It went out through the gate and curved right back in and hit the latest Ascension Beach.
I guess dogcasters have an image to overcome.
Pardon?
I guess you have an image to overcome jokes about dog catchers and things.
The guy with the net chasing down the street, you know.
Right, that's it.
I hope nobody stands and holds their breath till they see me chasing a dog down the street with a net.
Control 5, 15M, 10-7, Audubon Society, Iran.
23-10-4.
Control 5, 15M, 19, 10-7, Audubon Society.
In the boxes for after the birds are cleaned off, and then they take them up to some place where they can, so they won't go back in the water, and then until the oil's gone.
You mean to say take them to Richmond? I don't know where they're going to go. It's called it.
You did?
Yeah. Let's get our wagons and we'll load the birds in there and we'll send over a couple of experts and anybody who wants to go along and train, we'll go.
I'll go with that. I have to.
What they want to do is stick your head out of the water so that you don't drink up on the stove. And also when you're doing it, see his nostrils? I made a
Oh, yeah.
I inadvertently got oil down his nostrils, and that's a shitty thing to do.
Oh, okay.
He's in good shape, he really is. This is the best one I've seen.
Is his beak set?
Okay, we can start taking our birds up to the church now. Where are they? Around the front? We're going into stage 2 now.
Mass production system.
Want me to take that little guy? Want me to take care of the
Daffy Duck?
I need another one. Can I get your stuff on all of Give a copy.
Number 1, 3.
Hey, you don't have I do.
Oh, yeah, you're a right now, yeah.
Anybody understand how to do He was finished, but it's
We got, yeah, you have to taking it out.
Oh, wow. Is he dead? Is he dead? Look at him.
Yep, this guy's dead.
Completely covered.
This guy's dead, alright.
No, I think he's still breathing.
I didn't think that.
No.
He opened his eyes. He's dead. He's not breathing.
Stinson Beach and the beaches on the ocean side have been hardest hit because the oil went back out through the Golden Gate Bridge and around and came back. Now the tide's coming in and it's really bad. A lot of dead birds. A lot of volunteers. A lot of oil. It's really thick, heavy oil, like tar. It's not runny and smooth. It's very gloppy. And that's the problem because it gets in the bird's eyes and nose and mouth, and they can't breathe. In addition, they can't move because their feathers are all stuck together. People are all just waiting for birds to be washed ashore. You been out here all day?
No, in San Francisco this morning.
Oh yeah? What were you doing there?
What?
What were you doing there?
We were cleaning up.
Cleaning the beach?
Yeah. Well,
where were you? Which part?
Over by Fisherman's Wharf. So, and we were down by Playland also.
Were those were there people hired by the oil companies? Or were they volunteers? Oh, because we were over at Ghirardelli Square, and it seemed like most of the people over there were not volunteers. They were hired. I guess that's sort of a posh area, isn't it?
Yeah.
They seem to all be hired by oil companies, and it seems like most of the people out here where it's really bad are volunteers.
Yeah. Well, first of all, what I've heard is 2 oil tankers crashed, you know, and then it's just right under the Golden Gate Bridge and it started spreading inland, you know. This towards inland. I really am not sure. Just the 2 of them crashed right in the middle of the Golden Gate Bridge. Instead of one of them docking, I guess, one of them, they both continued to come in. And I don't know if it was one going out, one coming in, or if it was 2 coming in, but they hit each other right on the side, you know. And so I went down to the beach, down Ocean Beach, about 3 days ago, Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock, you know, and I swim in the ocean every day. And I go down there, I see all this oil, you know, I just sick, you know, and the people that I know down there that go down there a lot, I just say, man, oh man, what are you going to do, you know? Talking about people dying in Vietnam, this isn't, you know, I mean, fucking oil isn't the worst, but I mean, it's just, the place where I go is covered with oil, so I decided, you know, I might as well pitch in, and these guys from Standard were coming down just around 3:30, and I just went up there, and I was working there till 11 o'clock.
We just got back from Pedro, and the only way we can make it work is by making a wall of this because there's more oil coming down. At least that's what the people in the helicopters are saying. So like, you can just tell people, you know, don't waste the stuff. There isn't enough of it to go around.
There's a wall of oil coming down.
No, there's still other parts of the slick. It's just that if we get all of the hay that we have and sort of pile it up, it has to filter through. Otherwise, it's just getting sopped with water, and I don't think we want to sop up water. It's oil we've got to try to get out of there. So, like by just making a solid mass, you can get much more oil. Here, as it is in Stinson Beach. Stinson Beach, the whole beach is covered with about 1 inch or 2 of
black tar.
And the problem is there isn't enough equipment for the people. They need spotlights, they need rakes. You know, but Standard Oil is doing their best not to give us enough equipment, or at least, you know, they're acting really slow on communication. Like, there's no radios. You have no communication from one end of the beach to the other.
You're never going to get one picture.
That sweatshirt up there?
No, it's like, it's almost a shallow water,
Big side to start calling in to us and reporting, giving us updates on the situations on the beaches. And we had an unconfirmed report just a little bit earlier that a great deal of oil had come ashore at Point Reyes. We don't know that for sure, and we'd like to find out. We'd like to find out what the situation is at Stinson Beach, at Muir Beach, at all of the beaches up and down the coast, and on the peninsula side too, all the way down to Half Moon Bay. We have reports of oil. We want to update it and find out for sure what's going on. Now, if you're on the beach and you hear us making this call for people to call in and tell us what's happening on the beaches, if you don't know what's going on, find somebody who does to call in to us, because we want to get an accurate report of what the status of the beaches is right now as regards the oil. Now, we've cleared some of our lines to handle these calls. 986-6244 is the number to call right now from the beaches, and don't call unless you're at the beach and want to give us a report.
And they're basically the Marin area, so there's probably quite a few people there too. That's in Mill Valley. It's right off. It's apparently right off the freeway. No, I'm gonna give them a call as soon as I finish with you. All right?
Okay, I'll see what I can.
And they need the same thing. They need the same kind of supplies. Location 3 is 1414 South 10th Street, Richmond. That's the depot over there. I believe that's one of them, Standard Oil Center. And the fourth one is in San Francisco on the Marina. Anita and Scott.
Whose day?
Right.
Okay, where's... Well, hey, give Dave these numbers, okay? You got a pen? Okay, give him 861 6465. That's San Francisco switchboard. That'll give him the info.
What we were thinking people will be able to do is that switchboard, all they need is some food, coffee. They're working on one. The Harbor after Marin, and one in Richmond, and one in Valley. The other ones need like supplies.
Yeah,
But most of the people
okay, with manpower.
Okay.
Two birds that we found lying there just are completely covered with it. They're dead, of course.
Right, I saw another dead one down there.
Yeah, they're just, you know, we didn't even recognize them as birds.
Living things.
Why don't you walk up there in the middle and get that?
Oh my God.
It's a nice view.
I don't think people really know that. I'm sure they just think the birds are getting a little bit of oil on their feathers or something. They don't realize that it's something like this. Great Pacific Ocean.
You know,
Is the tide coming in?
There's the carcass. Up until maybe an hour ago. No, I mean the fact that they're accumulating all this crap on them, you know, and as time goes on, they accumulate more. And now I think they're drowning. They're really brave birds, the cormorants particularly, because they really fight to stay out there swimming around, and you know they fighting the tide and fighting all the muck.
Do they usually? Is it natural for the birds to come in the evening when the tide comes?
I really don't know. I really don't. No. But I think now, you know, all this stuff is building up now, because some of the birds, well, you saw the ones that were dead. They had, you know, coatings an inch thick when we brought them in. They're just dripping off now. But I think now, you know, just the weight is, you know, causing them to be, you know, incapacitates them. They can't swim. They can't. You know, it's just really a sick situation.
You've been out here all day?
Yeah, pretty much. Since about 9 this morning, I guess.
People have just been picking them up as they come in onto this.
Yeah. Primarily, the way everybody's been doing is just sitting in the back and waiting until the bird will get stuck in the muck. You know, just fighting against all the odds. You know, and then they run out and grab them. Seems to work out pretty well. I haven't seen anybody in the boat today. Really incredible.
How many birds have they saved?
I have no idea. You know, there was a pretty steady influx up until just recently, and now they seem to stop coming in. Of course, the waves are getting much heavier, and I don't know. I think probably most of the. There's a live one. I think most of the ones. Let's move back. Maybe if we move back, he'll come in. And stretch the tar off of him because he can't move. You know, the tar is inhibiting all the movements or whatever it is. The bunker oil.
Oh.
See how he stretches his neck? And that's just so brave. They'll never come in with that cat down there.
You ready to get him down? Yeah. Right, he's going to tell him to come back. I guess people scare him away.